Hey, what's going on, guys? It's that big guy here again today, and today we're going to be talking about the newest hero of the storm, Johanna. Johanna is a frontline warrior with high survivability rate. Her iron skin trait makes her immune to crowd control and grants a shield that can absorb a lot amount of damage. Johanna is more about controlling the fight with her abilities, since all of them have special effects. First off, Punish slows them down so they can't escape from you. Shield Glare blinds them so they can't hit you for about three attacks. Her signature spell, Condemn, pulls all enemies around her and stuns them. Both Johanna's heroic abilities are also crowd control. It just makes her a lot more deadlier than what she is. Now, she's not able to dish out a lot of damage, but she will control the fight. You are the definition of a tank when you play Johanna. So let's go over her spells. First off, we're going to start with her trait, Iron Skin, which is a D button. Become unstoppable and gain a shield that absorbs 1300 damage for about 4 seconds. Now, not only does this provide a shield, but it also provides an unstoppable trait where you can become immune to stuns and anything that loses control of your character. This comes in very handy against certain heroes like Tyrande that uses her stun arrow, or any other heroes that uses a stun ability or some kind of losing effect. The shield is also a bonus to this trait. It absorbs a large amount of damage and it will save your skin multiple times. I've noticed during gameplay every time I use Iron Skin, it always saves my life, and it also makes you a better tank than the rest of the other warriors in the game. Now, her first spell is Punish, the Q button. It is an area effect. Deal 248 damage and slow enemies by 6%, decaying over 2 seconds. Now, this spell is an awesome combo with the Condemn. Let's say an enemy hero is running away from you, pull them in with Condemn, and then use your Punish spell to slow them down, and then just maul them down, especially if there's a DPS, an allied DPS right behind you, and he'll catch up to him and you can slow him down. Now, the only downfall to this spell is it is an area effect, but it's a frontal area effect, and it is very small. So what you need to do is use your Condemn to bring in the hero, the enemy hero, or enemy minions, bring them in close, and then use it. It's kind of like a cleave spell, and then slow them down, and then whatever you need else to do, go for it. Now, for my next and favorite spell is Condemn, the W button. It's an area effect. After 1 second, you pull nearby enemies towards you, stunning them for 0.25 seconds and dealing 120 damage. Now, it doesn't do a lot of damage, but the effect of you pulling other enemies anywhere within that area will be pulled towards you. Now, this has multiple applications for interrupting spell castings, like let's say maybe a healing spell or any type of channeling spell, like Kel'Thas's Pyroblast. It will interrupt. And let's say maybe they're trying to turn in some kind of coins or anything. You can run up to them, pull them away, run them back. You can use it for harassing, you can use it for crowd control. There are so many opportunities that you can use for this spell, and it's very helpful. And you can also use it to pull in people and then use your Punish spell, slow them down so your allies can catch up to them, or you can do another spell to stop them and kill them. Now, me personally, I like to pursue enemy heroes and bring them in and then slap them with the mace and call it a day. And last but not least, for the basic spells is Shield Glare, which is the E button, and it is a cone effect. Deal 130 damage to enemies and cause them to miss their next 2 basic attacks within 4 seconds. Now, this is good. This is pretty much the only type of range attack that this hero has, and it works especially good against melee DPS that are closing in on you and you're trying to run away. So you pop that on them, they'll miss their next 2 basic attacks and you can get away. It's also good against using it against a stealthy, maybe like if you see the little glow of a stealthy like Nova or Zeratul, it will break them out of stealth, and it's very good to use. This would be the only spell that doesn't really have that much utility to it, unlike Condemn and Punish and some of the heroic abilities, but it is useful. For Johanna's first heroic ability, Falling Sword, my personal favorite. You leap towards an area. While in the air, you can steer the landing location by moving. After 2 seconds, you land, dealing heavy damage to nearby enemies and knocking them into the air. Now, personally, this can be used in many ways. Let's say a group of enemies are bunched up together and they're beating up one of your teammates. You just press that R key, steer to the location, and it will stun them, so maybe your ally can get away. Or it could be a quick pursuit. One of the many things I like about Johanna is there is a lot of abilities to pursue retreating enemies, and this is one of the best ways that you can pursue them if you're into that gameplay. Or if you're at low health and you need to get away real fast, using Falling Sword to get away is the perfect opportunity to pop that cooldown. Now for Johanna's second heroic ability, Blessed Shield. Deal heavy damage and stun the first enemy hit for 2 seconds. Blessed Shield then bounces to nearby enemies, dealing moderate damage and stunning them for 1 second. Now me personally, I rarely pick this heroic ability. It depends on what team I'm facing. Like if there's a Malfurion or a Lily where they do the channel heals, this works great against them, especially Norzeebo that uses his Ravager Spirit. You can silence him, you can stun them, and this especially works good on fleeing enemies. Now when I play Johanna, I love chasing down enemies. You also got to remember, this is a trick shot. This is an aim shot that if you do miss, you could end up hitting a minion or something that you didn't want hit, so you have to aim it just perfectly. So that's it for all her abilities, all her heroic abilities. Now me personally, from playing this character, my favorite tank is Stitches. It's always been Stitches, but ever since Johanna came into the picture, this hero has so much survivability rate. She can take a pounding. Also, when you play this character, it's better that you're up in the front lines. She is a front line type character where most heroes will attack her instead of your assassins or your healers or your support or whatever's in the background. But if they're a smart player, they'll try to go after them. So that's when you use your Condemn to try to pull them away. Use Punish to slow them down, especially if they're trying to flee, so your DPS can take them down. Your Shield Glare definitely helps out a lot when you're trying to preventing from them hitting another player, because they'll miss their next 2 basic attack for 4 seconds. So overall, there's a lot of utility with this hero. Personally, she's my new go-to hero to play. It's very fun. I have not found one problem with her except for her damage output, but that is kind of understandable because her survivability rate, her utilities are all amazing. Every time I play her, I don't feel like I do enough damage. Now, I can go 1-on-1 or maybe even 2-on-1 for a good amount of time, but overall this hero is definitely up there. You should definitely have her in your arsenal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe for more on new heroes. Just yesterday they announced a new hero that will be coming out, the Butcher from the Diablo series, and it looks very interesting. I will put a link in the description and somewhere in the video. And as always guys, you stay classic. Hey guys, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and a big old like and subscribe. And as always guys, you stay classic.
Hell hath no fury like a woman swarmed. Be quiet. I'm brooding.
This codpiece gives me tender loins. You want a piece of me, boy? You want a piece of meat, boy? Well, good. I've got flank, shank, ribeye, brisket, take your pick.